Upon the release and eventual completion of New Game Plus, we are able to unlock several variants of the Faro focus we see in-game for personal use. These changes are purely aesthetic, but potentially have more continuity within the world outside of being simply visually different from one another. Once unlocked, Aloy has access to a total of 4 different variants of the Faro focus: A, B, C, and our default focus. This may indeed be only an easy way to categorically differentiate each one from the other, but there is a small section of lore that may just point to something greater. In Horizon's interpretation of our future, the focus has replaced the present-day smartphone. It operates with similar functionality such as mobile communications, the ability to download limitless applications, play music, etc., but is able to connect devices to augmented reality and other features far beyond the grasp of what we use today. In this, the focus has apparently, much like smartphones, gone through a number of generations, presumably as more technological advances were made available. Within the data point Lure of the Real, published February 2063, the author mentions he has a Faro Focus 6D, providing evidence to the apparent evolutions. This also gives us a glimpse into how these generations were classified, each by number and letter. This is slightly different to how most smartphones are differentiated today, which is principally by number. So perhaps, though unorthodox, generations of focus were classified by letter, with variants or updates within the generation accounting for the number: 3D, 4D, 5D, etc. If this is the case, the variants we unlock not only show us their visual differences, but also the chronological order in which they were made available to the public, obviously beginning with Generation A all the way to our default D variant. There are other examples in-game of certain tech looking different from each other due to the time they were developed. Principally, the hologram technology we see in the Frozen Wilds, which would have been installed sometime in the 2040s during the clawback, is less advanced than those we see within Zero Dawn facilities, implemented in the mid-2060s. Being that Aloy found her original focus in a bunker occupied by Zero Dawn Beta and Gamma personnel, it's safe to assume they would have had the latest iteration of the tech available pre-Zero Day. On the other hand, those like Olin, who made a career out of delving into the ruins of the old ones, could have obtained his focus and those of the Eclipse from any side of the old ones, potentially uncovering focuses from generations A, B, C, and D, thus explaining their unique differences. Perhaps this is reading too deep in what may only be a decorative reward, but if one thing seems to be prevalent in Horizon's lore, the smallest details can lead to the biggest discoveries. And that brings this chronicle to a close. If you'd like to see more content like this, likes and shares are always appreciated, and if you really like what we're doing at the channel, come join our community and hit that subscribe button. Also consider supporting the channel on Patreon to help us develop new series and to create more quality content just like this. Link in the description. If you have an awesome idea or question that could lead to our next episode, let us know in the comments down below, and until next time, thanks for watching and keep questing.